So,
Yeah. Right, right. So when did you get introduced to the Corso?
I got introduced to the Corso in '97. Um, I was at a ADBA show, a pit bull show, and a guy walked in. He had two of them. His name was Doyle Holmes, and it blew my mind. He had a black brindle male from Belmonte, and he had a solid fawn male. Um, and when I went up to him, my only question was, and I was a kid. I think I was 19 years old, 18, 19 years old. And I asked him, I said, well, I don't know. I know they not no pit bull. What are they? I thought they was a mix because they had a pit bull look to them.
Hmm.
And he told me, he said, hey, they're Connie Corso. I didn't have a clue what he was speaking or what he was calling them, you know.
Hmm.
And he went on to explain to me what they were. And I told him, I looked at him, I said, I'm going to get me one. I said, I'm going to give me two of them. He said, man, they kind of expensive.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you remember back then, the way they advertised some of the top breeders in the country, they advertised in a magazine. That magazine had almost every breed of dogs in it. And it was only a few breeders that actually were in that magazine. So I found that magazine and I bought one. And then I looked and found a breeder that had them. And that's how I got my first one. My first one name was Maverick. He was a solid black male, aggressive, but he was good. He had true Corso characteristics.
Okay. Okay. So you got your first one. Um, and I guess from then it was a lot of study
It
on the
was.
Corso. What
It,
what what breeders did you look at the time?
believe it or not, it wasn't a lot of information out there to study.
Yeah.
Um, they were far and few because this was considered a, I think the word they used to use, it was like exotic breed.
Hmm.
Um, and it was hard because we didn't have the internet. There was no internet back then.
Right.
All your research had to come from the library. You had to actually go check out a book and read the book, or you had to know someone. Um, one of the one of the guys that I did talk to got dogs from, still ran some of their lines as of today, and we're still friends of today, was Tony Scandy. Um, and I knew other breeders as well. A lot of them had got money, dogs from Belmonte Kennels back then. Um, I knew of Ed Hodis, um, and who's done some great things as well. So some of the older guys, one of the older guys was Dan Kierstead. Um, that I watched them, and I guess the thing that I loved about them was they raised dogs. What does that mean? They didn't raise big, soft couch potatoes.
Hmm.
They raised dogs that truly had a purpose when they came into a home, or if they went to a farm, or they went to a police officer's home who, come under threat every day, as well as his families. It seems back then breeding a dog had a purpose besides just money.